Hey guys, sorry it took me a few days to get another video up. I went camping this past weekend and so I didn't really have a good opportunity to make a new video. But I guess I kind of learned some things about myself on this camping trip, and I had a few days away from work and dealing with people. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I tend to be kind of antisocial, so I love spending time with my significant other, or my family, or just myself, my animals, you know. I kind of have my little group of people that I'm comfortable around, and then I like spending time with that group, my core group of people in my life. And but for the most part, I'm kind of like, I don't really go hang out with a lot of people or go to a whole bunch of social events. And I've never been like that. I've been kind of a quiet, reserved person my whole life. And I think that my social anxiety, I don't even know. I guess it's not really an anxiety. I guess just my social, whatever you want to call it. Well, it's just, I guess it would be anxiety because I don't really like being in a group of people. It makes me nervous. So that's pretty much social anxiety. So I guess that started mostly in college, and I didn't have a problem participating in study groups. I didn't have a problem participating in my classes, talking to my professors, anything related to my field of study. I didn't have a problem discussing or being around people, but I probably spent a lot of time doing a lot of solo study and a lot of time in the library, a lot of time studying by myself. And I didn't really, in college, go and party or anything that much. I mean, just really not. And I think that's where it kind of started. I kind of got comfortable with that as my life. And you know what? I am okay with it. It's okay to be an introvert. I'm an introverted person. I have friends that are extroverts. We don't hang out that much, but I get along with them. People I work with, almost all of them are extroverts, and that's fine. That's how they are. That's their personality. I don't think that my social anxiety is, I wouldn't even really call it a disorder or anything. I think I'm just an introvert, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I guess I'm kind of just learning to accept that it's okay to be a reserved, quiet person. I prefer dealing with people one-on-one. I don't like being in a big group of people. I don't do well mingling, like at parties, and I don't know anyone. I hate that. Like having to go around and talk to people and introduce yourself, and I don't like that at all. I avoid that. And I guess I have an avoidance kind of personality too, and that's probably something I want to work on. I can't help that I'm an introvert. I'm not trying to change that. That's who I am. That's my personality, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't care about having 100 friends and having something to do every night of the week. I like coming home and cooking and just being, reading or watching YouTube videos or watching, different programs on TV, or just talking to my family, spending time with my husband. Yeah, my dog is making noises. Sorry. Anyway, that's okay. So I'm coming to accept that, and I think that's something that comes with getting older too. You kind of learn to accept who you are, and not that you're get more resistant to change, because I think you can change at any age if you want to. I just think it's about learning as you get older. It's learning about what things bother you and what things you're okay with. Because if something bothers you enough, you should change it, not just be miserable. And I think that's where I'm at in my life. I'm trying to figure out what things I want to change and what things I'm okay with, really. And I don't need to worry about. And I don't need to worry about my social life. I'm fine with my social life. Really, I am. So that's okay to not be a social person. I think sometimes maybe I do tend to have some anxiety when dealing with people. If I find myself not really knowing what to say, or sometimes people talk really fast and I don't understand what they're saying. I'm a southern girl. You gotta slow down when you're talking to me. My brain's a little slow, I guess. I don't know. But sometimes people talk really fast, and I'm kind of a chill person. And I'm like, hey, come again. I have to tell people to repeat themselves sometimes because I don't really hear what they're saying because they're talking too fast. I'm not slow. I'm not, I'm not I'm not deaf. I'm used to people talking slow. So I would never fit in the North. I could never be a Yankee. It wouldn't work. I just can't deal with it. Anyway, so that's probably, I hate having to have people repeat themselves because I didn't understand what they said or asking me a question, and that gives me anxiety. And then not knowing what to say, the right thing to say or what to say, sometimes that gives me a little anxiety. But I don't think it's not anything that's life, changing. It's not a huge issue. So I think I'm okay with that. Maybe just work on my communication. Maybe that's what I need to work on more. And getting comfortable with striking up conversations with strangers. I need to be more comfortable doing that. And I had issues in the past where strangers, I have fear of especially men, mainly men, but also some women. I get a weird feeling about them, and I'm like, that's a bad and they may not be a bad person, but I'm like, ooh, I'm not gonna deal with that person. There's something about them I don't like, and it's all in my head. I don't even know who they are. I just get a feeling like they may look at me a certain way or carry themselves a certain way, and I just judge them without even knowing them. That's horrible. I guess I don't know what that is about, but maybe I should be more open to communicating with other people and not so closed off. I think I close myself off a lot, and when I'm feeling in a funk, I isolate myself a lot. I don't want to go out a lot or deal with people, so I isolate a lot. If I'm stressed out or feeling bad about myself, if I'm having a bad day or something, I don't want to be around people. I'm kind of I want to be a hermit sometimes, and I think that's okay too. Some people need time away to be a hermit for a day or two, and I think every now and then I do need that, so that's kind of something I'm trying to be okay with. I definitely don't want to let myself become totally isolated, of course, and cut off from everybody, which I don't think that will ever happen, but, I've seen older people do that, and they're just sad. It's sad. They just have nobody to talk to or anything. I hope I don't end up... See what I'm saying? I need to work on my communication. I hope I don't ever end up like that. So yeah, I guess that's the only thing, that's my main thoughts. The camping trip, I learned, it was only a day or 2 days. It was only one night, but it was 2 days and one night. But I learned some things about my OCD that kind of was like a wake-up call, and I'll talk more about that in a separate video because I want to keep things separated, because I don't want you to be like, I don't want to talk about a million things in one video. I'm going to try to separate my topics and discuss things based on topic. Like, this video is about anxiety and social stuff, and then I'm going to make another video about OCD, which has been driving me crazy lately. I need to work on it. Like, that's my major issue right now, is my OCD. I gotta work on it. It's really, really driving me bonkers. And so that's all I have to say for now on this topic. Something I'm gonna kind of work on, my communication and dealing with people. How I can't even talk, and I'm talking to a camera. Okay, I'm gonna work on dealing with strangers and being more open and not shutting myself off from new relationships, because I do that a lot. I gotta stop putting up walls, because I've been hurt in the past and I can't let that affect my future. Because I've had people that were friends really hurt me, so I can't let that affect my future relationships. I gotta stop putting up walls. So that's all for now. Thanks for listening to me ramble.